So what prayer does is that it charges you up. Sometimes if you pray to that level, you will discover you were in your room praying, you knelt down gently. But the next time you open your eyes, you were facing the wall. You were roaring like a lion because another energy has connected to you. Sometimes as you are praying that prayer, you will discover your body will bend because something is happening to you that is not normal. You started praying like a gentle and religious man, but the next time you discovered yourself, you were like this in your room. There are times you pray, even your voice is taking. You will now discover you were praying, Father, I love you. I want to worship you. You will find yourself. What you are doing, you have disconnected from this world. You have entered another community. That community you enter, they are speaking energy. And so they no longer speak English language there. You will discover, you will connect to your tribe. There's a tribe of fire. And so as you are praying, the fire of God will come upon you. And you can't contain it. Sometimes you are running in your own room. You are running. And they find out, how can an 80-year-old man be misbehaving? He's under fire. And a man under fire has no courtesy. Something is happening. You are breaking out of this world. That's how you journey into dimensions. And a point will come when you continue at that realm. You will now enter the fourth realm. It's the realm of the voice. That's when they will summon you. Come up, Peter. He said, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard a sound as of a trumpet. Prayer didn't end because you prayed for 3 hours. Prayer ends because you have been summoned. Come up, Peter. It is at that realm of come up that you enter a dimension. And when you show up, they will start showing you things. Some is to be purging. Because when Isaiah was summoned, he said, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord, and his train filled the temple. And immediately, without being told, he said, woe unto me, I'm a man of unclean lips. And he said, one of the seraphims took one of the coals from the midst of the fire and touched his tongue. And he said, now your iniquity has been poured. He has entered a dimension of sinlessness, because he was summoned. John was in the Isle of Patmos. He was sentenced there to die, but he heard, come up. The moment John went up, he came back as a prophet. He said, I write unto the church in Ephesus. How can a man who is sentenced to death begin to give instruction to churches and territories? He has entered the dimension. Ezekiel said, in the 30th year, on the 4th month, in the 5th day, I was among the captives by the river Kabar, and I saw visions of God. A man who was a prisoner suddenly was summoned. When he came out, he became a prophet. Ezekiel stopped traveling. It was the whirlwind that started carrying him. He will say, I was in the spirit, and the spirit of the Lord caught me by the lock of my hair and carried me to a valley of dry bones. The man started traveling at a frequency that no car or vehicle could do. He entered the realm of translocation, by location, movements in the spirit. He was a prisoner until he ascended. When he ascended, they picked him up. The guy knew a technology that nobody knew. The first way to enter into dimensions is to enter on your knees. We journey here faster than we journey in a plane. A plane may take 1 hour 10 minutes from Abuja to Lagos, but it will take a moment on your knees, because you travel faster on your knees. Believers are not aware. This is why the devil will allow you to sing and dance but not pray, because he knows when you start praying, you start entering realms. The doorway to realms is locked up in prayer, and Jesus knew this. You will hardly hear that Jesus sang, not because singing is bad. You will hardly hear that Jesus danced, but Jesus prayed. He prayed all night. He prayed all day. He prayed alone. He prayed in the public, because for him to stay connected to heaven, he needed to travel. They arrested Jesus and they wanted to throw him off the cliff. He didn't say anything. When they came to the edge, the Bible said he walked through them. He looked at them. They don't know him. I'm beyond time. Where I go to, time doesn't have power. And he allowed them to exercise their muscles. When they took him to the edge of the cliff to push him, they thought they were in control of him. He turned and he walked through them, because there's a superior dimension that it functions from prayer. Many don't pray. That's why when you talk about spiritual things, they are strange to them. They are strange. We are carried away looking around. celebrating earthly things, but the real glory is in the spirit. The glory is in the spirit. I traveled to a nation. They told me, come, let's take you around. I said, no, that's a distraction. If you take me around, I may see things I'm not supposed to see. But there's a place where I go around. I go around on the altar. When I pray, I see things. I see things. I see strange things that can fascinate you for a lifetime. I've seen a cherubim walk into my room before in his glory. Those things are more precious than looking at the city of Dubai from above the cloud. There are things that men cannot imagine. They come with glory and realms. All of those things are accessed when you pray. And when you see in the spirit, you don't just see for fascination. Everything you see in the spirit confers authority on you. Because as far as your eyes can see, you possess.